What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we'll be going over tuples. So what are tuples in Python? Well, tuples are very similar to lists. It's just a collection of data, except the key difference between tuples and lists are tuples are unchangeable, or what we call immutable, which means you cannot change the items within a tuple once you have declared them. Okay? So let's just go ahead and see what I mean by that. So to declare a tuple, we're going to be using parentheses. So with the list, you would use brackets. Dictionaries, you use curly brackets. Tuples, we're going to use parentheses. So I'm going to create a variable called my_tuple, and this is how we would declare a tuple using parentheses. We can put any data type in tuples as well, just like we can with lists. So we can put ints, floats, strings, booleans. We can put tuples. We can put lists inside of tuples. Or any data type we can put inside tuples. For now, I'm just going to put just random values. Tom, true. So this is a valid tuple. Like I said, tuples, they are not changeable. So there is no append method like with lists. There's no remove method. Once we declare a tuple, this is it. There are some workarounds. For example, we can convert a tuple into a list. So we can do my list equals list underscore my tuple. And let's print out my underscore list. Clear the terminal here, and it's just a list, and this way we can add, we can append. So say I want to, I don't know, my underscore list dot append, let's put 2 and then print, and we can actually convert a list back into a tuple. So my underscore tuple equals my underscore equals tuple my underscore list, and then print my underscore tuple. So let's break this down. We have a tuple, we convert it into a list, we append an item to the list, we convert the tuple, we convert the list back into a tuple, and then we print a tuple. You see, that's a lot of work to add an item to a tuple. So when you create a tuple, you're mainly creating it to finalize a set of data. It's not meant to be changed, so it is immutable. Okay, so tuples, they are ordered. So each item in a tuple has a corresponding index. Remember, index, it starts at 0, so the first item in a tuple is index 0. So we can absolutely print the first item in a tuple like such. This should print 1.4. It does. Remember, the last item is -1, so we can print the last item. We can also slice tuples. So if I wanted to slice, if I just wanted the first 2 items in a tuple, I could do such like this. Remember, start. This is start colon stop, and stop is the index, but it's not inclusive. So we're slicing from 0 and 1. The second index is not inclusive, so we're really slicing this from 0 to 1 here. Okay, if we wanted the last index, we could just slice from the 0th index to the 3rd index, because the 3rd index is not inclusive. Alrighty, so that's how we access the indexes of a tuple. We can also unpack tuples. What do I mean by unpack? So let's actually create a tuple called let's create 3 variables called x, y, and z. Let's pretend these are coordinates, and let's pretend Let's just do 1, 2, 3.4, and 6. So let's just say these are random coordinates on a 7 of here. Let's say these are random coordinates on a coordinate plane. This is perfectly valid syntax. What we're doing is we're unpacking. So we're assigning this x value to the first value in this tuple, this y value to the second, and the z value to the last tuple. So I print x, y, and z. It's just going to print the values in this tuple like such. Okay? So that's called unpacking. We can do that with tuples. The last thing I'll talk about is looping through tuples. Just like list and even dictionaries, we can loop through tuples. So let's actually just make this one tuple now. Let's call it x. And we can put 4. This is actually pretty bad style here, but 4I and x. Actually, let's not do that. So I mentioned in one of my videos, if we highlight an item and then we press Control D, it will highlight the next instance of that item. So that's all I did. I highlighted X and I pressed Control D to highlight, and it changed the next instance of X as well. So for I in my tuple, we can print I, and it'll just print each item in the tuple line by line. We can also do for I in length my tuple. We can print my underscore tuple I. So we can loop by index as well. I'm sorry, for I in range, we can access the index of a tuple as well. So this will do the same thing as the previous. Sorry about that. And that will do it for tuples. In the next video, we'll be going over sets. I do want to reiterate that tuples, they're ordered, they're not changeable, so they're immutable. So, and yep, in the next video, we'll be going over sets. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy.